This encounter has a great deal to do with the fact that I had a serious injury a year ago. My leg broke badly in several places and my ankle was the most affected, and it's still a bit stiff. The encounter itself occurred after I was in therapy. My leg had healed mostly except my ankle, which I had to walk on a pair of crutches for a while, which was devastating for me, as I do karate and it's a huge part of my life. At the time of the encounter, I wanted to try walking more without my crutches and I was out of the cast, only allowing the medical bandages wrapped around my leg to give me support. I couldn't run, but I could walk, albeit with a limp. Not only was my leg bandaged, but I had an eye infection at the time, so I had to wear a medical eye patch, because my infected eye was inflamed and sensitive to light. I guess it would be important to mention that I'm an Asian mix, compatible with any kind of Asian ethnic group. This encounter itself took place at the local Asian Cultures Festival. Of course, it was also dubbed as Weeb Heaven. I went with my family and my cousin, let's call her Tintin, her favourite comic book character, who is a girl and younger than B, even though she's taller. There were Chinese booths, Korean booths, Filipino booths, Vietnam booths, and of course Japanese booths, which Weeaboos seemed to frequent the most. My parents and my brother left to go get some food while Tintin and I checked out the booths. I had to hobble on her a bit because my ankle was killing me. But I got too tired and Tintin sat me under one of the trees as she checked out another booth not too far away. The Culture Festival was held in a section of the park where there were just a lot of cherry blossom trees, so it just so happened I sat underneath one. It didn't occur to Tintin or me that the wolves might have found their way to me because of my medical condition at the time. Tintin and I both liked some anime and manga, but I only knew about a few, especially the Ghibli films. See CS, Cat Echo, Hitman Reborn, the mainstream ones. Do follow anime to avidity. It's a fun starting up. Do follow anime to avidity, and I don't know much about the weird anime fetishes some weaves tend to have. And Tintin told me later it probably wasn't a good idea to wear a knee-length skirt at the time too, as well, because I guess that attracted them as well. As a recap, I was wearing a medical eye patch because of a swollen infected eye, and I could barely walk, and my leg was wrapped with ace bandages, and I was wearing a knee-length skirt. I was leaning, exhausted against a tree, a few feet away from my cousin. I heard a squeal. Before it, two teenage white girls were rushing towards me from the direction of the Japanese booths. They were obviously weaves. One of them was skin and bones, obviously in Korean, with greasy hair dyed black, and purple in a pair of pigtails, wearing some knockoff kimono. The other was at least 2 heads taller than me, wearing some really Ita-Lolita dress. They were both wearing similar anime merch and had a whole bunch of pocky and sushi in their bags. Let's call the kimono one Doki and the little girl a Tom. Doki runs up to me and stands before me, fingers in the sterile Asian peace sign. Ohayou! Anita choto kawaii desu. I hastily attempted to scramble to my feet, but my ankle gave way and I crashed back down. Feeling very awkward, I thought I should tend to send these girls off. Hi. A Tom comes up to me and said, "Oh, she looks like a broken doll." What? No, my ankle's just broken. Are you cosplaying as? Doki squeaked. Anata wasuki poki? And she took out a pocky from her hand and unceremoniously poked it straight into my mouth. I gagged and spat it out, and then tried to stand up again. I called for Tintin. She ran over, standing next to me. "Who are you?" she asked Doki in a tone as she helped me up. Instead of answering the question, the two we skeeled and bowed. "Is she your girlfriend?" they asked me. Disgusted, I took my turn and needed Tintin. "No, she's my cousin." Before I could do anything else, they squealed again. "Oh no, you look like you're wrapped up like a broken doll. You must have an eye patch. You must be in the BDSM guru." "We are too." Disturbed, Tintin tried to help me back to my parents, but her tone was much bigger than both of us, grabbed onto me. "Oh, I can't wait to take you home." She physically wrenched me towards her. And I crumbled again, my ankle buckling. Doki and Tom laughed, and Doki ripped off my eye patch and put it on myself. I really hope she caught my eye infection. "Don't be a backer, she's ours," Doki snapped at Tintin. I tried to get up, but my ankle kept wobbling. Lucky my dad had been looking for us, and once he spotted us, the girl started backing away, letting Tintin helping me up. Still, a Tom couldn't be defeated. She smiled a smile full of misshapen teeth and said, "Do you have a Deviantart?" Tintin too. Can I speak English? No, apparently I cannot. "Yes, she does. Here, I'll give it to you." Grabbing a napkin from one of the booths, she borrowed a pen and wrote something on it, then gave it to me a Tom as my dad led me away like a bodyguard. Tintin, my dad, and I reported the girls to one of the officials of the cultural fest. Then they told us they would be banned. Later, when I asked Tintin what she had written on the napkin to the weave, she laughed. She had written, "Fuck off, you aren't fucking quiet." Weeaboo Horror 1, Weeaboos Attack Injured Girl.